Okay, so here we go. This is a men's show, but all our eyes are still on the women's game. I mean, this is one such day when the men's game seems so peripheral. Hobart, beautiful stadium, good day. Shubhan has sent us loads of visuals. Gargi will soon play them on the screen. The question is, can India equalize? No Josh Hazelwood. So plenty to talk about that as well. And it's an important series. I mean, however much we say the ODI series with Virat and Rohit, this is the more important one. Having said that, the interest in this match is relatively low because all eyes are focused on Navi Mumbai. But still, Gargi, if you have Hobart visuals, could play that as well. Shubhan has sent us a lot of that stuff, and the Ninja Stadium, very close to the beach, beautiful place, absolutely beautiful place. We will play the visuals, but Bharat, fast thoughts from you. These are the visuals that she's playing. Indian fans, as always, trickling there. Gargi, do you want to give a little bit of audio and hear them, and then yeah.
Very passionate about the cricket in Tasmania, but not only in Australia. The all over youth of India is waiting for this match, and especially in Hobart, it was very long time ago, and already the Virat Kohli hit a century here as well. So we are very excited for that.
Expecting a century from someone in this game?
Yeah, sure. It's definitely our openers, especially Subman Gill and Abhishek Sharma. So we are hoping best for them. To good luck for them to get a century.
And there's a Women's World Cup final also happening tonight. So any message for the women's team?
Yeah, best of luck for women's team because very few time it had a good chance to get a World Cup take home. So it's most probably a good thing happen in India as well. So basically, best of luck for the team. Yeah.
हर्षदीप से क्या, हर्षदीप आपका नाम है, हर्षदीप से क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो?
हर्षदीप से बहुत एक्सपेक्टेशंस है, होपफुली वो प्लेइंग 11 में आ पाए, तो बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशंस है। उसने जैसे जैसे परफॉर्म किया है तो बहुत बहुत एक्साइटेड है उसके लिए। और अभिषेक शर्मा, उसने जैसे ओपनिंग में शुरू की ये पारी, बहुत बहुत अच्छा खेल रहा है वो, तो उससे भी बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन है। छोटा ग्राउंड है, लग रहा है कि वो सेंचुरी मारेगा आज।
निंजा स्टेडियम में ज़्यादा मैचेस होते नहीं है, तो कितनी एक्साइटमेंट है सारे दोस्तों में, जितने भी लोग यहाँ रहते हैं?
बहुत एक्साइट। हम खुद लॉन्सेस्टन से आए हैं, वो यहाँ से 200 किलोमीटर दूर है। बहुत देर के बाद यहाँ पे मैच आया, तो रियली एक्साइटेड।
एंड आज विमेंस वर्ल्ड कप का भी फाइनल है, तो एनी मैसेज फॉर द विमेंस टीम?
स्पेशली जैसे वुमेन्स ने खेला ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ, जैसी वो जीत थी, दैट वाज सो गुड। और आज साउथ अफ्रीका के खिलाफ भी हम फॉर श्योर जीतेंगे।
सेलिब्रेट करोगे अगर जीती है?
100% बहुत ज़्यादा सेलिब्रेट करेंगे। ठीक है।
इंडिया 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 भारत माता की जय। वंदे मातरम। बोले सोनिया सत श्री अकाल। इंडिया 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 चमके इंडिया। भारत माता की जय। भारत माता की जय। गो इंडिया गो इंडिया।
होबार्ट में हम हैं, इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया
Actually,
का।
that little kid was also shouting "Go India." Not bad. Bharat, she's becoming a cricket fan quite early in her life, huh? Bharat, but set it up, Bharat. Important game. Are you seeing Arshdeep Singh coming back?
Knowing how India go about the things, I don't think India will make a change. I guess Gautam Gambhir will stick to Harshit Rana. But if you ask me, I will definitely have that left arm bowler in T20 cricket. I will always have a left arm bowler, pace bowler in T20 cricket because of the angle. And Arshdeep Singh has more than 100 wickets. So it should get in. But I have a feeling India will stick with the three spinners in Hobart as well. You might get a little bit of turn as well. So considering that, I don't see any changes. But India should do better in Hobart because I don't think you will get that kind of trampoline bounce or spongy bounce, most of spongy bounce that you saw at the MCG or the NIP that you saw at the MCG. And India really struggled in those conditions. But in Hobart, you expect a slower pitch. Conditions where it might suit the Indian spinners as well if there is not much grass. And Australia don't have Josh Hazelwood. As always, whenever Australia don't have Josh Hazelwood or any of their key pacers, they will call Sean Abbott. He's basically the one who will always come into the equation when they don't have one of their main pace bowlers. I expect him to play in this 11. And considering the overall attack of the Australian team and the conditions in Hobart, this is a good chance for the Indian team to level the series.
Gargi, same question. No, Josh Hazelwood is a huge factor. I mean, he literally killed the game. Even in the ODIs, he was unplayable on occasions. No, Josh Hazelwood gives India a major, major cause of relief.
Oh, absolutely. You've seen that throughout, the series, also taking the ODIs in context. Josh Hazelwood has been a pain for the Indian top order. He's always been unplayable with the kind of consistency that he brings in. It's almost incredibly difficult to play him in every game. He's undone the top order over and over again. There have been a few times where, the top order has stepped up. Abhishek Sharma in the last game did score a few. We saw that in the first one, Shubman Gill and Sky got going. But again, no Josh Hazelwood is a huge, huge step up for the Indian top order. And this is the time to get, like Bharat said, you won't be threatened by that bounce once again. No Josh Hazelwood. This is your time to step up and score some runs and make a comeback in the series.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see from our comment section also, there is a lot of talk already on the women's game. Anxiety is increasing for the women's match. When is Trishadi coming live? Priyanshu will go live. All of us actually, Gargi, Bharat, myself, Trisha and Snehashish from 2 p.m. So from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. we'll be live for the women's game. This live will end around 1:35 for the men's game. And then in about 25 minutes or so, we will come live for the women's game. But what we do know, Mumbai, it's raining. DY Patil, it's not raining. So it's clear. Navi Mumbai is clear. There has been no rain since yesterday afternoon. That's what we are getting. Snehashish has sent a weather report, Trisha, and Snehashish have filed multiple reports and updates in our work group. So that's the update we can give you. Bharat, freaking awesome. Hobart is the best batting wicket in this series. India going to play T20Is first time. Australia have 100% win record, 5 out of 5. Do these things matter? You said India will have a good chance. Australia depleted side. Will stats matter? Will that give them any kind of edge? But India hasn't played anything, so they don't have any bad memory either. Bharat.
See, I don't think past matters because in T20Is, on a given day, any team can beat any team. I know it's a bit of a cliché, but still, any team can beat any other team on a given day. And what happens in the past, I don't think it really matters. In Hobart, yes, in Test cricket, you get a little bit of grass, and that is where opponents have struggled here. Those who come in as visitors have struggled. I remember in 2021-22 Ashes, there was a fair bit of grass. But I don't think for T20Is they will leave any grass. Whenever Hobart Hurricanes have played here, I don't remember too much grass. So considering the conditions, considering that it's not a big ground either, I think we should be in for a good contest with a good score on the board. Whoever is batting first, maybe around 180, 190, and for the opponent to try to chase it down. I think it will be the pitch will be fine over 40 overs, and the Indian spinners also might get a little bit of grip in conditions like in Hobart because you expect the pitch to be slightly slower.
Gargi, the last game was a bit of an aberration. I mean, Abhishek Sharma batting so well. He was literally about to score 50 of 20. Did not get any batting almost. I mean, off strike for the most of the innings. Should that be something that the Indians talk about? Yes, Harshit Rana, 35 of 33 or something like that. But ideally, should be giving Abhishek Sharma more of the strike. Is that something that India should discuss as strategy, whoever is in? Because it looked a bit odd that Abhishek Sharma did not get much of the strike in the last game.
Absolutely. When he was batting with Harshit Rana, I was surprised to see that it was Harshit Rana who was sort of taking the lead at the moment instead of Abhishek Sharma, considering that he was the pure batter on strike. He was the opener who had been there from the get-go. I think I don't know what the communication was from the dressing room or what the communication was between Harshit and Abhishek, but it should have been Abhishek who should have taken the lead, who should have taken the strike and batted aggressively from one end and asked Harshit, because he has the ability to, despite being a bowler, that he should sort of stick around, and Abhishek Sharma should have done the hitting. It was interesting to see what was happening. You could see that Harshit Rana is not a great runner. Harshit Rana, yes, can be a pinch hitter. Yes, he can come and hit some big shots, but at the same time, if you ask him to rotate the strike and play a longish innings, I don't think he's longish as in something like an Abhishek would play. I don't think he would be able to do that. So at that point, it should have been Abhishek who sort of took the onus on himself, because you could also see that there were multiple times where Harshit Rana was denying runs, where he was denying doubles, where multiple times he denied singles as well. And you could see that Abhishek was getting frustrated. So this is something that the management also needs to talk about, because I think it was very apparent what was going on. And there needs to be if there arises a situation where this happens again, someone like an someone like an Abhishek and Harshit are batting again, it needs to be the batter who takes responsibility and takes the lead, and not Harshit.
Quite a few questions. Hazelwood not playing is like maths teacher is absent in the school, Bharat.
And then, you know what, Bharat, maths teacher is absent. You think that you can exchange this period with PT, but then the science teacher comes in and takes the period away.
Who is that science teacher here? I don't know. But having said that, someone Hazelwood is someone with great control, and is someone who gets the disconcerting bounce. I think that's the main factor. Abhishek Sharma also was telling that how it was difficult to play him because of the kind of bounce that he gets from a slightly fuller length. And this is something that I even asked Andre Adams as to how Hazelwood is able to watch the feet of the batter as well as he does. He basically said that Hazelwood at the back foot contact has a little more time to watch the feet of the batter, to watch the initial trigger of the batter. I think that is how he's able to change from going from wide Yorkers. Sometimes he looks at the trigger and bowls at the stumps. So I think he's someone who's at the peak of his prowess. And he would be really missed. Sean Abbott is, with due respect to him, is definitely nowhere in the class of Hazelwood. But in conditions like in Hobart, I don't know to what extent he will be missed though, because you will expect some good conditions for batting in Hobart, and the batters should enjoy batting here.
Okay, Priyanshu again. Boryada, which country will Shubhanda be sent to during the next T20 World Cup in March in India? Country तो एक ही है यार, India, and only Colombo for India versus Pakistan. Otherwise, country तो एक ही है. तो वो सोचना पड़ेगा. Let Shubhan redeem himself by winning today. Then we can give it a thought. Sports fan, guys, even if Gill performs mediocre, won't Jaiswal get chances before the World Cup? Gargi, take that.
What was it?
Guys, even if Gill performs mediocre, yeah.
With him being the vice captain, I don't think so. Also, I don't see that. I don't think Gill has been abysmal in T20 eyes. I don't think so at all. I think, again, it comes down to the management that is very, very keen on giving everyone a long rope, giving players with potential a long rope. Shubman Gill has been pretty good in T20 eyes. I think he's also come off of a great IPL season last year. After that, he has been not as consistent as we would have wanted him to, but I don't think he's been horrifying, or his form has not dipped. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't see any major technical problem in his batting either, and I think it's a matter of time before Shubman Gill also steps up. You saw that in the first T20I as well. Shubman Gill had gotten going. It was tough conditions, yet Shubman Gill was scoring. So I think they will persist. The management will persist with Shubman Gill.
Okay. What is it? I'll come to the Sharat Chandra question. Indian supporter. Sorry, off topic question. Joe Root to Test cricket, same as what Babar Azam to T20? Fair question. Bharat, you want to answer that? Stat padding, etc., flat tracks. Joe Root is a total legend of the game, according to me, but I'll let Bharat technically explain to you. Indian supporter. Bharat,
where exactly Joe Root and Babar Azam came into the equation in T20 game between India and Australia? Anyway, Joe Root is someone who's carried England's batting really well when they were at their nadir somewhere in 2021 when they won one test match out of 17, and the third highest scorer for England in that year was extras. Joe Root led the batting with some 2,000 runs or whatever it is. So he is someone who's an exceptional test batter. He scored runs in seaming conditions. One can tell that with those conditions in New Zealand in 2023 when he scored 100. There are many more such games. In Gaul, I remember when there was 6 degrees of turn in 2021 in a test match, he went and scored a double turn. So the 6 degrees of average turn is a lot of turn, and to score double turn in those conditions takes some doing. See, Baba Azam is I think is fluent looking player, but having said that, in the recent past, he has had a lot of problems with the nip packer. He's tried to change his technique from maybe side on stance, sometimes goes with a front on stance. I think he's someone who's over complicating his batting for some reason, and that could be the reason why he has lost his form, or his form has dipped so much.
Another question from Indian supporters: seeing the vulture culture in Women's World Cup, some media channels have surfaced old interviews of Jemi Smriti after semi-final. Commendable job by you guys who've been covering since the start. Indian supporter once again. Gargi, you want to address that? Trisha and Snehashish, 24th September, 41 days, or rather 40 days away from home, covering the Women's World Cup from Guwahati to Colombo to Indore to Vizag to Navi Mumbai. That's been quite an incredible journey for them and to the back end team. You want to address that in detail about the Rev Sports coverage?
Let's not even talk about the World Cup ground coverage that Rev Sports
One
has
second,
done.
one second, one second. 1 minute silence, please. 1 minute silence. India has won the toss. I don't know how that happened.
What?
India has somehow won the toss and have opted to field. So 1 minute silence for the toss demon who has died today. India has won the toss and have opted to field is what we are getting from Hobart. So that's the update. India has won the toss and opted to field. Is that a story for the women's game also? And we will give you the team. The team is Surya Kumar Yadav, Shubman Gill, Abhishek Sharma, Tilak Verma, Aksar Patel, Shivam Dubey, Jitesh Sharma, Washington Sundar, Arshdeep Singh, Varun Chakravarti, and Jasprit Bumrah. Sanju Samson dropped, Kuldeep Yadav benched, Harshit Rana benched, and Rinku Singh. So India, 3 changes. Shubman Gill, Abhishek Sharma, Surya Yadav, Tilak Verma, Aksar Patel, Shivam Dubey, Jitesh Sharma, Washington Sundar, Arshdeep Singh, Jasprit Bumrah, and Varun Chakravarti. Bharat, this is radical. Talk about it.
Yeah, first of all, Indian cricket fans will be very happy that finally Arshdeep Singh is in, even during the one days, even during the Test series in England. Every single time you would see thousands of posts about how Arshdeep Singh it has gone against him. Selection has gone against him. So I'm happy for Arshdeep Singh, and also happy for Jitesh Sharma. I wrote a lot of copies in the Asia Cup, where I was hoping that Jitesh Sharma would get a chance because I felt that he was in really good form. During the Asia Cup, for some reason, they didn't give him even one chance, even not even against Oman. He's a good shot maker, and I would be really looking forward to how he goes in these crimes. Is there any other change? Or
Kuldeep Yadav benched and Washington Sundar played.
Okay. So that again is, maybe it is because the ground is shorter here in Hobart. Maybe they're a little bit worried that with all those shot makers that Australia have, from Tim David to Owen to Glenn Maxwell now, as well as Mitchell Marsh, these are really, really big hitters. And the way Kuldeep Yadav keeps flighting the ball, his delivery offerings could disappear a few times. So that could be the reason why they're looking at Washington Sundar coming into the equation as more of an all-rounder. But radical changes, I have to agree. It's something that you don't expect with Gambhir because he seems to stick with certain players. But that's what is the case today.
So Gargi, question for you. Move this, Gargi. No point in these visuals. Just come to this thing. Yeah, stop press. Sports fan. Harshit is not playing. Lots of such comments. But importantly, India wins the toss, opting to field multiple changes. Gargi, thoughts on the team?
I was not expecting these many changes. I was expecting a few, but I wonder what's happening on social media right now because of Harshit Rana. Everyone said the things that was said about Harshit Rana, about Gautam Gambhir, the management, and whatnot. Clearly, now people will realize that it's Team India first. It's always been that way. It's always been about bringing in whoever will do better for India. And at this point, I think Harshit Rana, this is more of them trying to see what Arshdeep Singh can do. And Arshdeep Singh deserves a place in this team through and through. Washington Sundar comes in. Jitesh Sharma, I think Bharat will be very happy today. But this is a very, very strong team. I think we have about one, two, three spinners still. You still bat pretty deep. You still bat till number 8, so you haven't actually compromised on your batting at all. So this shows you the kind of depth that India is still going for, no matter who plays. It's always the strategy remains the same, that you bat deep, you have all rounders that can float up and down the order, and that's quite apparent that this is the strategy that the Indian team is going for.
Priyanshu, I don't think the team management is protecting Harshit or anything like that. I think that's an unfair comment by you. You're a much better analyst of the game than to say that. I think they are giving Arshdeep a go, fairly so. We said that Harshit is a bowler primarily and then only a batter. Unfortunately, with the bat, he did get runs, but unfortunately, as with the ball, he did not do the job, which is why Arshdeep Singh comes in. And I also said this, that by keeping Arshdeep on the bench, you are impacting his momentum negatively. So this, I think, is a good call. It's a good call to get Arshdeep Singh in. Very good call. Kuldeep Yadav, maybe not. I mean, Kuldeep Yadav did bowl well, conceded some runs, but you've got to give that guy a go and keep giving him games. So, as Bharat said, maybe a short round. That's why Washington Sundar, or could well be that these guys are experimenting, because bilateral series is an opportunity for you to experiment, and India is doing that. That's not a problem either. Bharat, Kuldeep Yadav, is that a call you reckon because of experiment? Because he also picked up a couple of wickets, has been very, very good from the Asia Cup onwards.
Yeah, it could be. But having said that, I think it goes back to the same point that they might be a little bit worried looking at Australia's batting lineup. They have too many power hitters, and looking at the ground dimensions, Kuldeep Yadav's offerings could come into the equation, or he could come under scrutiny. What I'm trying to say. But having said that, yes, they are looking to experiment. That is something that I guess it is synonymous with Gautam Gambhir and the current management. They will keep trying different things. We saw that in the last game as well, with Harshit Rana coming up the order at number 7. So they would want to give everyone a chance. And Washington Sundar, with his quickish off breaks, might be they might be just they might be thinking that it is better to have him because he gives less time for those power hitters to just get underneath and thwack it.
Okay, we wanted a Ranaji here in Australia. Problem is third spinner in Australia. Pacers must again. So basically, talking about combination, that India going in with four spinners, four pacers, two spinners, ideal, says freaking awesome. Sharat Chandra reckons one extra spinner. Gargi, do you have a problem with that? One extra spinner, Akshar Patel, Washington Sundar, and obviously Varun Chakravarti. Three pace bowlers, Audley Bumrah and Arshdeep Singh. Is that a bit of an issue, you reckon, or you're okay with India going in with three spinners?
That's the combination that India has been going with for a long time. So I don't see a problem with that. I think that Kuldeep being benched, I don't think that's a measure of, or rather that's the management saying that he hasn't performed well. I think this is very much an experimentation from the Indian team. They will be looking at who does well, and I think this is a Varun has done well, Washington has done well. It comes down to getting that batting in, and three spinners is not something I have a problem with in T20 I think this is a very, very strong team still.
Still, just at a point, at MCG, I could understand that if India really wanted to go in with three seamers, because I guess there was bounce, Ponzi bounce, there was nip in the surface, in those conditions, you expect three seamers. Might be India might have done a mistake there by going in with three spinners. But in Hobart, you don't expect grass, you don't expect much bounce, and for T20Is at least, you generally see good conditions for batting. I remember in one of the recent games in Hobart, maybe T20I it was 2023, or before that, the scoreline was around 213, the first batting team scored. So we expect some reasonably good conditions for batting. I don't think there will be too much in it for fast bowlers.
Okay. Today's team is looking fantastic, says Amit. Bharat mentioned Jitesh Gargi. There is a question on Jitesh about he can finish and take that opportunity. Your thoughts on Jitesh? He's been waiting. There was so much talk about Jitesh being preferred over Sanju in the Asia Cup. Hardly, didn't get anything, and has been waiting now for a while. Does deserve a game, Jitesh Sharma. Gargi.
I think Jitesh brings a lot to the table. First of all, his keeping skills have been brilliant. And the other thing that I want to talk about when it comes to the wicket keeping side of Jitesh Sharma is the, you know, bang on and precision DRS calls that he takes. We've seen that, multiple times when he plays for India that he has been brilliant with it. We've seen that in IPL games as well. His DRS calling has been very, very good. His decision making behind the wickets, in sort of assisting the team, assisting the captain on whether or not to take a DRS, that's been something commendable and a skill that is, at this point in cricket, at this level of cricket, is something that will be appreciated. And the other thing is, you're always looking for action lower down the order. We've seen, we've been constantly talking about contributions from the lower order and how it is something that is important. Jitesh finishes the game really, really well. So Jitesh brings a lot to the table. I think he deserves his place. Of course, he did not get much chance in the Asia Cup, but now's his time to step up.
Again, I was
Bharat, you've given,
one
yeah.
small point on Jitesh. Yes, had a problem against hard length in the past. I remember there was a stat where it said that his strike rate was just around 60 or 55 against hard length in a particular IPL season. But it has improved during the 2025 IPL. Maybe it was around 100 strike rate. And thankfully for him, the bowler is going to bowl a lot of hard length. Josh Hazlewood is not playing. So from that point of view, I think it should be fine.
The question that is a fair one. I don't know who's asked this. Is Sanju done or whatever somebody has asked? Is a fair question. So Sharat Chandra again. So you've given Jitesh a game, Gargi. You cannot just drop him after one. You've got to, in a fair way, give him at least a couple of games. So does that actually mean India will prefer Jitesh over Sanju in the next game or so? And what does that mean for Sanju Samson in this team? Will this create confusion again? Will this create debate again? Because Jitesh, one game, next game match, whatever he does in a wicket like this, he might not even get batting. You cannot just give him one game and drop him. Your thoughts on Jitesh versus Sanju?
Is that for me or Bharat? Me.
You, yeah.
Yeah, I think this will be very tough for the management. Jitesh playing in the team, always there is a doubt of whether or not he will get batting. But I also think they will persist with Jitesh Sharma for the last two games. Today is the third. Yes. Two more games remaining, right? 3, 4, 5. Yes. 2 more games remaining. I think they will give Jitesh a chance because Sanju Samson, the management also had a lot of time to check what Sanju is doing in the Asia Cup. I think they will go with Jitesh Sharma for the remaining matches, and that gives you a good sort of 3 matches to look at what he's doing. But yeah, it creates a problem. But at the same time, it's a very difficult decision. Now that I think about it in detail, how do you measure a Sanju Samson versus a Jitesh Sharma? Because their batting positions are so different that you can't possibly compare the two, except when it comes to wicket keeping. And in some ways, Jitesh Sharma is a better wicket keeper.
Bharat, same question.
About Sanju Samson versus Jitesh Sharma, yeah. Sanju Samson, if he has to play, is to bat in the top order. That's the problem that is going against Sanju Samson. Is not someone I think who can bat at number 5 because he's not suited to that role. He likes to take on the new ball on the up and hits through the line. So that is where I think it went against Sanju Samson. They tried him at number 5 down the order. I don't think it really worked for him. So it's the right time to see what Jitesh Sharma has in terms of his batting potential, in terms of his prowess. I also just want to add about Washington Sundar. It just clicked in my mind like a tube light. I think Washington Sundar is in because they also want batting depth with Harshit Rana not there. If you look at Gautam Gambhir's quintessential template, then you will always have someone at number 8 who can bat. So that is why I think they have gone with Washington Sundar.
Yeah, this is a difficult one. Our mental health for the next 1 week at stake today, dear girls. Please win the cup. Yeah, it is a massive match. Monk, make no mistake. And second best can never be the equivalent of winning the cup. Whatever happens, that Australia match will become history if India doesn't. So in every sense, that final is one of the most important games in the history of the women's game. No question, no question at all. Last few minutes on the men's show, Gargi, winning the toss, Australia batting rather, allows India to chase. Should be a match that India will fancy now.
Absolutely.
Oh, by,
I think,
by the way, it's
yeah.
now raining at DY Patil and heavy rain. It's raining at DY Patil and heavy rain is what I am getting from Trisha. We will have to see what happens during the game, but at this point in time, it's heavy rain at DY Patil in Navi Mumbai. Hopefully, it'll clear out and we will have a full game because that's what you want. That's exactly what you want. Yes, guys.
I think India should fancy their chances finally because let's talk a little bit luck as well. India finally winning the toss. That's something that hasn't happened in a long time. I think 19 match streak. Can you believe that? No. Yes, in T20. I'm not sure if you won one in Delhi, but from what I remember, it's a 19 match streak for India. But yes, the stars look. It looks like the stars are aligning for the Indian team. This is a very strong side. I believe that this team can chase down a good target as well. You've got 3 spinners in there. You've got a good surface for the spinners to extract some assistance from it, and I think it's a good side. So I do see India giving a strong fight back with no Josh Hazelwood in the team. It gives the top order some opportunity to go out and score. So I do see India winning this one.
Okay, Bharat, last couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes. Thompson de Cruz, Gargi, how will you celebrate? Boss, let's not even get there. How will we celebrate? South Africa India match hasn't started. It's raining yet. What happens? A shortened game means advantage South Africa. A lot of these factors are there. Where is the question of celebration coming in at the moment? I mean, our problem is we keep jumping the gun. I mean, let them win. How many times have we seen this heartbreak with the women? We've seen 2017. It's real. 2022 Commonwealth Games. I was there in the stands. I mean, it's real, damn it. I mean, it's a problem. We keep sort of wanting that silverware. I don't even want to think. Let them win, and then we've got 3 people out there today: Trisha, Snehashish, and of course we've sent Shomik as well. All of us will be in the studio. We'll all keep fingers crossed. Everything. Let's not jump the gun. Bharat coming back. Last couple of minutes. Your thoughts? India favorites with the toss, with the conditions, etc. And no Josh Hazelwood.
Yeah, in those conditions in Hobart, I guess India should fancy their chances of winning this match. Even if Hazelwood is playing, I'm not very sure he would have made such a huge impact in those climbs. And considering the fact that India still have a top T20 side, and it's not going to be played at the MCG where you saw a lot of spongy bounce, where you saw enough nip, I think I expect India to level the series here. Although Australia have power hitters, so they still have to find ways to get through that Australian lineup. A lot of power hitters in that Australian lineup.
Sharat Chandra, Commonwealth Games reminds me of Yastika Bhatia. It also reminds me of Renuka Thakur. I mean, Renuka Thakur ran through the Australian top order in the first game. I mean, come on. And thereafter, Australia came back and won that as well. I mean, it reminds me of the Renuka Thakur spell, absolutely unbelievable spell out. Again, I watched that match at Edgbaston with several colleagues of mine sitting in the stands because the ban was on. So I did not apply for accreditation. Fantastic game. India did not win. So many times we've had this kind of a heartbreak, but and that medal winning match as well, the gold medal one. Calm down. Let them win. We will celebrate. Arnav Bagga, super chat. It will be a full 100 over game. No rain ahead. Fingers crossed. At this point in time, the update that I'm getting from Trisha and Snehashish, who are both at the stadium, is that it is raining and raining hard. Let's close the show. Let's close the show. We will be back in 25 minutes from now. Hopefully, it will be better weather by then. But irrespective of what happens, Gargi, Bharat, Trisha, me, Snehashish, and of course, Shomik, if he reaches by then, he is almost there. All of us will join you at 2 p.m. and build up to the women's game. Till then, 25 minutes, we are back. Thank you very much for watching.